these days I'm so confident nikiwaambia, since you are the ones who said you brought SuperSport in Kenya, si walete tena. They don't even know how SuperSport came. Because that time your blog ilikuanga popping. And I did a story because nilikuwa part of them. So I did a story that GTV, unakumbuka saa zenye GTV walikuwa mekam?
GTV 209
207 GTV nikasema they are discussing with Kenya Premier League. Hiyo article ikaenda ikachukuliwa na South African media. Ikakotiwa huko like within a span of 3 days. SuperSport walikuwa wamekuja hapa with a better superior offer.
Yeah, because GTV never survived.
Great TV.
They ended up selling the rights back to SuperSport. What happened with GTV? Was the price low? Because mina kumka nilikuwa nayo nilichukuaga.
Ulichukuaga?
Yeah, mimi nilikuwa mtu wa
EPL
yeah, nilikuwa nimechukua SuperSport alafu nikachukua GTV. I think it was for like 1 month. I don't know what happened. And then
GTV, first of all, they didn't have the infrastructure. They were still leasing the satellite ya SuperSport to beam across Africa. They didn't have the funding. They had the rights, they didn't have the funding. So but walikuja wakashake kwa sababu walichukua rights za Sekafa. So SuperSport, because they didn't have any local asset, they were afraid because now these guys are consolidating. So wakakam immediately and they gave a better deal. So akina Bob Munro wanaonanga kama they didn't know behind the scenes all the shenan. And as we were doing the wow factor, because I was also part of Thika United. Thika United wakapata do wakatuchuja. I was doing the website for Thika United. So small things we were doing, you know, fixtures, standings, those things were new. Like I had the first website in Kenya, kenyafutball.com. I started it in 2002. So and hiyo ndio nilikuwa na run. So the internet usage was low, lakini kaenda ikigrow. These guys did not understand that there was some other, and for you to do football the way it should be done, you must immerse yourself in the dynamics. And then I used to travel to France like once every year. And then nakaa huko. My friend was a journalist, so I would go with him and anitafutia accreditation, tunaenda tuna watch matches. And I would see this thing can be done. It is possible. What guys can be going for a game in the afternoon, hakuna violence, mnaenda na watoto. Lakini sasa wazee washenzi, ukishaeka wazee hapo, these old men na watakangi kusikia, they know everything. So tukawaachia KPL. Nini wameifanya saa hii? It's now a shell. Tuliwachia wote huko na kina Ambrose Rachier, kina nani, with a lot of money, with a lot of what. At the peak they were making like close to 300 million a year. They were making, that's what KPL was making. Did they invest in any physical asset? No. Did they invest in any legacy asset? No. Nini walifanya? Sijui chairman wa Muhoroni Youth akaoa bibi ya pili. Nini mabibi wa pili ndio walikuwa wanajua. Walikuwa do yote waliwestia huku Nairobi. None of the clubs invested in a legacy project. Na do yote walikuwa na make. So now everyone seems to think that you will throw money at a problem and it will be resolved. No. These guys don't have the expertise, lakini hawatakangi hata kuambiwa they don't have the expertise. So tukasema ni nyinyi, tukawaacha. Si nyinyi unasema nyinyi ndio mtaendelea. And now I'm just a critical fan. I'm just a critic or fan. I have no time for Kenyan football really.
No, but Kenya football inakuwaga na a lot of politics. Because Mathare, what would you say, kwa nini imefall haraka hivyo?
Because Bob Munro, unajua, you don't invest in the fundamentals. Fundamentals ni talent development, and then you reward. Now you don't want to do either. Ama unafanya nusu. So he had created something, I think alikuwa napewa something by the Dutch FA wanaitwa KNVB, wanampatia to equipment na to pesa here and there. But you see, he never had a proper academy. He never it's a business like any other which has to be taken seriously. Na hiyo initial investment wange take time during their era of plenty between 2007 and 2017. That was their peak period. Hapo ndio wange create the solid fundamentals and you know, infrastructure. Kila team ikuwe at least na kagrao kastedi. Ukienda place kama Ghana, there's a friend of mine who used to be in Ghana, na kitu ya kwanza venye alipata do alitengeneza ka gym then akatengeneza ka training ground kidogo kidogo kabla yeye asosi zake already amerudisha kwa club. Sasa hawa watakangi ku reinvest do wakipata kwa club, wanataka zote kusosi zote and then they use the football money. You see, one shilling in football is equivalent to like 1,000 in infrastructure department kwa hii ingine. Sasa ukitumia pesa ya ball ati ndio unatumia sasa kulipa school fees ya watoto na nini, is an exercise in futility.
Na do ya FIFA wagaje
kuzio ndio mob sana.
Hiyo ndio naonaga inafanya kila mtu anafaitia.
Hiyo ndio do mob sana because number one, it's not audited. Sio ati auditor general atakuja huko. Sasa because the president of FIFA is also corrupt. Hizi pesa zikikuja, they don't audit them, the money from coming to especially African countries. In exchange of the fact that wakienda sasa FIFA Congress, they will vote. You see, it's a big kitty. FIFA now makes like what, $6 billion from every 4-year cycle. So ule anataka wao wakienda kule wana rubber stamp. So if every country is getting $2 million a year in something called the FIFA Forward program, they get $2 million. Ule FIFA president Gianni Infantino, he can turn a blind eye on their corruption. It's almost like an unofficial bribe. Nyinyi kuleni hii pesa, sitawai wasumbua. Na nyinyi mkikuja FIFA every year, there is a FIFA Congress where now they wanafanya appropriations that $6 billion which they make during the World Cup. And now sasa mkikuja kule, mimi nikisema nataka hivi, nataka salary yangu iende hivi, una rubber stamp tu hivyo. So that has been the collapse of African football. So yeah, hiyo ndio umeona African football hakuna mtu haina ladha anymore because the corruption begins at the top in Switzerland.
Because nilicheki nini hata during the 2018 Qatar bid, it's Africa that pushed it over the line. Ulisikia hivyo?
Well,
like African officials waliachiwa kitu,
African voters. So that is the unfortunate nature of politics. But you could also have your cake and eat it like UEFA. UEFA doesn't mean that